Love only dispels fear when I live in an awareness of God's love for me. If I want love to dispel fear, I have to accept God's offer of love. I have to trust God's offer of love. When I do, fears begin to fade because there's no fear in love, because God is love and He's never afraid. So I recommend anytime you sense the spirit of fear kind of rising up within you, say to yourself, say it over and over again, rehearse it and repeat it. Lord, I love you and you love me. Lord, you love me and I love you. Just rehearse that. It's amazing how quickly fear begins to dissipate when love begins to fill your mind. Paul goes on then to tell us why that's true in the rest of 1 John 4:18, love contains no fear. Indeed, fully developed love expels every particle of fear. Then he says, for fear, what does it say? Read it with me. For fear always contains some of the torture of feeling guilty. Do you understand what he's saying? He's saying as long as I'm walking around feeling guilty about something that I've done or failed to do, I'm going to live in fear of being found out. I'm going to live in fear of the repercussions if it comes out. But when I have faced it, I've accepted forgiveness, offered apologies where necessary, fear begins to fade. It's amazing how freeing life becomes when you ain't got nothing to hide. When there ain't nothing that you live in fear of somebody finding out. Does that mean you're perfect? No, none of us are perfect. It means I'm covered by the blood of Jesus Christ. And when I mess up, I own up and I come to the Lord and say, Lord, I did that wrong. I blew that one. I should have done this. I shouldn't have done that. I should have said this. I shouldn't have said that. And I'm sorry. And then where appropriate, I make apologies to the people that I've offended. And when I do that, it is incredibly freeing, and fear has nothing then to get a hold of. In other words, the bottom line of this first part of the antidote is you'll never be released from the spirit of fear until you experience the grace and forgiveness of God. Because guilt and fear are always tied together.